Hey, it's Honey, and today I'm making my own mystery bull terrier. Yeah, you heard me right. I am sick and tired of not having this LPS. Okay, it's my #1 wishlist pet, and I don't have 10,000 smackaroonies to fork out to afford him. So I'm whipping out the big DUI and doing it myself. Because when it comes to LPS, if you can't afford to have it in this economy, which I think is most of us, to be honest, why not make it ourselves? So I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with the mystery/prototype bull terrier. He is quite iconic amongst the community, especially those of you who collect rare LPS. And he is the bane of my existence. He is my #1 wishlist pet, and he also is part of my favorite G2 mold, the bull terrier mold. So when I found out that I had a double of a bull terrier laying around, I decided it was finally time to put all those customizing skills that I've been learning to use and make my own custom version. So this is our guinea pig for today, or bull terrier if you want to be literal. He is a double of an LPS I already own. So before you start typing those comments, backspace that. He is a double, and unfortunately there are no fake bull terrier white blank base molds that I can use. If you're gonna make a bull terrier custom, you gotta use an authentic one. That is the sad, unfortunate reality. But thankfully, this bull terrier in particular is one of the most common designs, and he also isn't in the best shape. Buddy is slowly rusting away, so I've decided he's going to be our base for today's custom. I am going to be cleaning the rust up before I paint him, don't worry, because I do not want the rust to affect the custom in any way. But we are going to be taking him from this, a poor neglected little double of a pet I already own, to this, a beautiful prototype custom. So enough chit chat. We all know I'm going to be doing enough of that when I'm actually painting the custom. Let's start the process, shall we? Get one last look at him, guys, because he is about to be reborn. Starting off with a white base coat, I moved on to this beige body color, which was going to be the overall main color of this custom, just to begin with. I do want to say that you don't have to do a white base coat for every single custom, because this was already a pretty light colored base to begin with, but I wanted this custom to be perfect, so I did do a white base coat just so I had an even painting field to work with. I actually really like this beige color that is the main body color for this pet. I think it's a really nice shade and it can really work with a lot of LPS. The biggest issue I had with this custom was actually the kind of orangish color that is the highlight colors. So the patterns around his paws, chest, back, and head, because as you can see, I mixed so many versions of this color, because every time I look up this pet online, it's a different color, I swear. And that may be because of screen colors are different, or cameras are interpreting the colors differently when they're uploaded. Like, I don't know what it is, but every single time I see this pet, the highlight color or the accent color is a different shade. So I really wasn't quite sure what color to use for it. It really took me a lot of mixing here and there with different shades of brown and terracotta and a little bit of orange and white, and there was even a little bit of red added in, like holy moly. But I settled on this shade here and did end up building it up quite a lot to get it darker. And I kind of based the color off this particular image here, because for me this seemed like the clearest image with the most accurate color palette, in my opinion. I could be wrong, but I was definitely following this image's colors when I was doing my custom. I was also really nervous doing this color because I have a pretty easy time cleaning up mistakes, I think. But with a color like this, it can very easily stain even when you clean it up. So I was trying to be as precise as possible when it came to outlining the shapes that I needed to paint on. But once I had the overall shapes done, it was pretty easy going, and it was just kind of like coloring inside the lines, and I absolutely loved how he was turning out at this point, and you can definitely see more of the mystery bull terrier design now that I've added this accent color. I'd personally love to do more customs with these color palettes, maybe not so orange because it is a bit of a nightmare mixing this specific color, and also, at least with the paint I use, orange toned paints take a lot of coats, so it can be a little frustrating. But I would definitely love to do more customs with this kind of color palette. I'd also love to see more customs and just LPS in general with pink noses, because I love pink noses. I'm the #1 pink nose club love leader. And he also has little pink ears as well, which I am almost certain are the same shade as his nose. After doing a couple coats on his ears and nose and getting the whole base color of the pet done, I did do an outline of his mask off camera. I apologize, but I really needed to get this shape perfect, and I kind of had to look pretty closely, and I can't do that when it's under the camera. Once I created this white outline, I went over it with the teal color that the mask actually is, and I really recommend this method. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this with a outline and then painting over it, or I guess I should say a template, and then painting over the template with the color I actually want, and I really recommend it. It helped me so much to keep an accurate shape and just follow along with how I wanted it to look. I did have to build up a couple layers, but like I said, because I had this white template underneath, I knew how many coats to do to cover it up, and it just helped me stay inside the lines so much. After I did his mask, it was time to move on to the eyes, and I do also want to apologize for the eyes, because this was another step where I did quite a few of the painting parts off camera. And again, it just comes down to me wanting this custom to be as precise as possible and not being able to do that if I'm looking at this custom further away. So I did film some parts of me painting the eyes, but majority of it was done off camera so I could really look up close and focus on the small details. So I hope you guys understand. I did show me doing the little eye shines. The smaller eye shines I used a toothpick, and the larger eye shines I used a dotting tool. After that, I gave it a coat with some gloss varnish, and then he was done. So please put your paws and claws together for our final product, my custom mystery superhero bull terrier. I love this little guy. I am so proud of him. He is my best custom to date. I just adore how he turned out. I really hope you guys like him as well. I'd love to hear what you think. And this is definitely the hardest I have ever worked on perfecting a custom, and hopefully it shows. Hopefully you guys can see the hard work I put into this pet. If I'm being truthful, I did put off painting the mask for like a good couple days, so it was definitely something I had to overcome, but I am so happy with the end result, and I hope you guys are as well. It's kind of wild looking at where we started and where we ended up. So here he is, my mystery prototype, whatever you want to call him, superhero bull terrier. It was definitely a trial painting this little guy, but I am incredibly happy with how he turned out. Looking back at all the customs I've done, this is definitely my best. I don't think I'll ever be able to top this one. I mean, hopefully I will. That's the whole point, to keep growing and improving, but as of right now, he is the crowning achievement of my customizing. At my heart, I am a collector of LPS, and I would still love to have the actual like mystery version of this bull terrier, but I doubt that'll ever happen, and if it does miraculously one day, for now, I am happy with this custom that I made of him. And if I never get that bull terrier, I will still be happy with this custom, like filling in that little spot. But I really love him, and I hope you guys do as well. I've been sharing progress pictures and updates over on my Instagram story, and you guys have just been so supportive. Like, the amount of people cheering me on in my DMs has been so crazy, so thank you so much, because I feel like most of you guys know how much I want this pet, so I don't know, just the support for me making this custom has been really sweet. But like I said, now that he's finally finished, I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comments down below. I want to say thank you to everyone who supported me on my custom journey for this bull terrier, whether it was on my Instagram stories or now watching this video. Thank you so much. My customizing journey has been a roller coaster. I look back at my custom videos that I did a few months ago, and I compare it to even just today with this bull terrier, and I feel like I have really been improving, and it's all thanks to you guys, really, just like pushing me to go forward and continue, because there are days where I'm making customs and I'm like, wow, I suck, I just want to quit, like, but then I go and I look at comments on my videos or my posts on Instagram or TikTok, and it's just you guys flooding me with so much love and support and encouragement to keep going, and you just help me. Like, I don't know how else to word it. You just guys, you really have my back when it comes to my customs, and I want to thank you all so much for that. Because honestly, a year ago, I never would have even attempted to have made this custom, and now I have the confidence to do so, and hopefully it turned out pretty well. I'm happy with it, and I thank you guys for that support. So like always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please do not forget to give this video a like, comment down below, and of course subscribe. And I'll see you next time with another new video. Let me get my girl in here. Thank you all so much again. I hope you love this custom as much as I do, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Bye!